Just 2 years after its dominant debut to the large adventure market, KTM killed off its 1190. But why? Was the 1190 just a 2-year experiment to bring us the bigger, more powerful, way more advanced 1290? Or was it an overpriced, overtech stepping stone to get us to the lighter, cheaper, and simpler 1090? Or was the 1190 the best of all worlds? A golden child that KTM needed to exterminate because it might have made the 1290 look too complex, heavy, and expensive, while perhaps making their new 1090 look stripped down. Half a decade ago, you may have seen videos of Rich Larson, Adam Riemann, and Chris Birch flogging the KTM 1190, flaunting its ample off-road capabilities, which even today are incredible for a machine this size. KTM's own engineers took the 1190 to Romaniacs and finished on it. To this day, it manages to be one of the fastest adventure motorcycles to 60, and while a step down from the other adventure tourers in the comfort department, it made up for it with blistering acceleration and superior off-road handling. One of the talking points to the 1190 when it came out was the horsepower, a figure that when lined up to their new adventure machines, KTM might want you to forget. Nearly 150 horses made this KTM 1190 unbelievably quick. It remains the only adventure motorcycle to show up on the list of fastest accelerating production motorcycles. That list is topped by the 2006 Suzuki GSX R1000 at 2.3 seconds. The 1190's time is just a half second slower at 2.8 seconds, tied with sport bikes like the BMW S1000XR, Ducati's 959 Panigale, and Yamaha's R6. So the KTM 1190 can hang with sport bikes off the line. It has completed Romaniacs off-road, and it can comfortably take you, a passenger, and all your luggage around the world. That's something that I'm pretty sure no bike before or since the 1190 can claim. Now, I don't put a ton of weight into raw specs, but it's interesting to compare KTM's newer bikes to the older 1190. The 1190 has 148 horsepower, produces 92 foot-pounds of torque, and weighs 467 pounds dry. That's just 12 horsepower and 14 foot-pounds less while being 37 pounds lighter than the new 1290. KTM's 1090 produces 23 horsepower less, 12 foot-pounds less, and weighs just 11 pounds lighter than the 1190. Where did KTM shave the weight on the 1090? Well, the 1190 comes with what I would consider an adventure bike necessity, a center stand. So if you want 1190 power with 1090 weight, just remove the center stand. As for prices, a local search revealed that KTM's 1090 goes for $12,000 to $13,000, and the 1290 goes for $16,000 to $18,500 used. Yet in my area, KTM's 1190 can be had for much, much less. Now the 1090 might appear to be just a stripped down 1190, and in a lot of ways it was, but it was upgraded in some subtle ways, like progressive springs, a slipper clutch, and some reworkings in the motor that made for a smoother ride at very low speeds. However, while both suspensions are fully adjustable, the 1190's suspension can be electronically adjusted on the fly, taking just a few button presses and mere seconds to tune not just the motor, but your suspension to your terrain. You can also adjust preload for a passenger, luggage, and different modes like street, sport, rain, and off-road. There is no such thing as a unicorn bike, but being able to tune a bike in a matter of seconds, and in many cases on the fly, makes the 1190 that much closer to pooping rainbow soft serve. The KTM 1190 also has lean angle dependent cornering ABS from Bosch called Motorcycle Stability Control that makes it to this day one of the safest motorcycles in the world. The 1090 unfortunately lost this feature, but gained turn signals that automatically shut off. So how does the 1190 stack up with KTM's newest large adventure motorcycle, the 1290? The 1290 boasts all of the 1190's electronic wizardry and more. However, the 1190 is surprisingly quicker than the 1290 to 60, it weighs less, it costs far less, I'd say it looks better, and it's more manageable off-road. So in all, while it has some annoying downsides that are common to many big adventure bikes, like the fact that 10,000 bolts must be removed just to get to the air filter, or that the tool roll slides into the key latch under the seat, or that the exhaust mount snaps on pretty much every single one of them, I think the KTM 1190 was massively advanced for its time. If the 10, 11, and 1290 were all priced the same today, I would still choose the 1190. It's the fastest of all of them. It's very similar off-road to the 1090, yet still has much of the electronic creature comforts that make the 1290 an amazing adventure tourer. But the thing is, they're not the same price. The KTM 1190 can be had for far less than the other two, less even than KTM's 790. And while the newer offerings may be slightly better in one way or another, to me the KTM 1190 is still far and away the best value of any of the KTM ADV machines.
And this is where things get really sad for me, but really good for you, because riding this motorcycle and trying to make this video over the last couple of months has been agony on me. Not because the motorcycle's bad, but because it's really, really good. Every time I go out to take pictures of it or to make this video, or I mean even just writing the stuff about how good it is, I end up holding on to it because it is really good. It's a fantastic tourer. I've got so many good memories just in the last year that I've had it. It's ridiculously fast. I blow everything else away off the line, and it's surprisingly good off-road. So, you know, why am I finally auctioning it off? Well, I've got young kids at home, and I'm a stay-at-home dad, so long adventure trips aren't happening as much as I'd like. And second, I stopped doing scenic rallies, which is why I bought the motorcycle in the first place. And then third was COVID. You know, COVID has been really gnarly for all of us. It was devastating to my tour business this spring. And so, you know, I'm selling this bike, and hopefully that money will be a buffer in case the economy has more problems this fall. So, I hate doing this, guys, but if you're interested in bidding for the bike, all the details about the motorcycle and the auction will be in the description below. I'll auction it off just like I did with the DR650. That worked really well. So you guys, happy bidding. Hopefully you've got many great rides coming up this fall, and much love, you guys, really. I mean it. And yeah, eveRide out.